Hi, my name is Nate Merrow, and today I will be representing Team 42 and describing our design phase one concept development process up to this point for our product, the Task Tower. So I'll start by giving a brief overview of what I'll be presenting on today. I'll start with the concept generation and project planning stages, where we decided on the Task Tower as our product that we wanted to go with and who we will be designing it for primarily. This will be followed by the customer needs and product specification sections, where I'll go into how we decided upon the specific details that we want to include for our final design and the input we got from customer interviews during this process. I'll then go into the economic analysis, describing how our team decided upon which model that we will be using for that. And of course, I will finish it out with a quick summary on our efforts so far and where we plan to go from here. So our team, of course, started with the opportunities identification exercise, where we came to, sorry, we came to the meeting with 13 different surface level ideas that we could possibly pursue. And then we went a little more in depth with three of the ideas, one per team member at the time. And on screen, you can see two sketches, one of which was of an automatic water dispenser, which we didn't end up going with. And on the right, you can see the sketch for RFID Jenga, which we are now calling Task Tower. This was the initial sketch that we had. So yeah, from there we moved forward with deciding, who is Task Tower going to be for and how do we want the timeline to look for this project. So we kind of decided that we want Task Tower to be an easy to play game, that it puts a twist on a classic game, Jenga, that probably everyone's played or at least heard of. And so our ideal audience is going to be college students, particularly Virginia Tech students who know and enjoy Jenga already and want to play a more spiced up version of it with friends in social settings. Though the way we are designing it will hopefully make it a lot of fun for families, kids, um, college students, post grad students, whoever. Then moving on to our Gantt chart on the right here, you can see the critical path is highlighted on that. And there are also a couple of milestones shown, one of which being for March 17th, which is the completion of design phase one. Next one being on April 18th, where the physical mockup is due. And finally, May 7th, when of course, functional physical prototype is due. Our team plans to follow this Gantt chart as closely as we can because it gets us where we need to be when we need to be there. And if we change the path along the way, we will make sure to update this as we go. So from the customer interviews that we did during design phase one, we identified 6 customer needs that will be at the top of our focus as product design continues. The top 3 you can see rapid tower destruction, all-in-one construction, and easy charging, all weighted as 5s, meaning they are all integral aspects of what our final design should include, and we will make sure to focus on each one of those as we move forward. And then in the bottom row, the multi-chromatic base, the audio aspect to the product, and an easy to change task lists, all weighted in as 4s, meaning, of course, that our customers that we interviewed highly desire, these aspects. And so while not quite as important as the ones in the top row, we will also be focusing on each of those pretty heavily as well as we move forward. And so from these customer needs, we moved into the product specifications with the QFD or House of Quality. As you can see, we've got the customer needs on the left, and we have 9 of the specific metrics that we wanted to go with at the top. You can see construction footprint, list of tasks, ability to exchange tasks, rate of destruction, battery life, total mass, number of presets available, block storage, and base design all included there. So after we weighed those with the customer needs, we ended up with this technical importance ranking. Number one, battery life ranked number one, total mass ranked number two, and number three was construction footprint. Though after we did the technical difficulty analysis, the rankings changed a decent amount, and we've come to the conclusion of construction footprint being number one, total mass being number two, and base design being number three. As you can see, of course, battery life dropped rankings from number one to number six because it's difficult. Technical difficulty we ranked as a two, just because we thought that given the resources we have to create the product, along with the typical store-bought batteries that will be available for customers, it's going to be a bit more difficult to hit that ideal target value of a battery life of 25 hours, which is why it drops so low. But we feel confident in our ability to hit the target values for our construction footprint and for the total mass and base design. For our economic analysis, as you can see in the revenue versus cost graph right here, we went with a type 1 model where the price of each unit stays constant, independent of the number of units sold. We just thought this made the most sense for a pretty household, nothing super novel, it's just a household game. We figured it just made sense to keep the price constant. And this graph assumes a mean variable cost of production at $32.50 and a selling price of $50, giving us a net profit of $17.50 per unit sold. This, along with the fixed cost of course, $10,000 a month, leads us to the break-even point of 572 units per month. Though our team, our baseline goal is to sell 700 task towers a month for a total profit of $2,250 a month. That being said, we do have a bit more ambitious of a goal at the far right of the graph, having 1,000 units sold per month, which would give us a net profit of $7,500. However, we recognize that this is a decently lofty goal, which is why we have this baseline goal right here. Though we are confident in the marketability for our product and believe that we will be able to certainly hit the break-even point and hopefully surpass this baseline goal by a significant margin. So just to give a brief summary, we've done the opportunities identification. We decided on the task tower. We decided on our ideal customers and the customer profile that goes along with them. We have decided on, we did customer interviews to get the customer needs identified and have gone through the specifications process up to that point. And of course, have done the economic analysis deciding on the type 1 model. We are confident, in continuing onward with the task tower to design phase 2 with the system level design, and believe that our product is very promising. So thank you for listening, and we hope that you might buy a task tower in the future.